Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this EB3 Personnel Task Force. Today is, we're having a meeting today, and our agenda is to fill a vacancy that we have in the office. That's the Assistant District Manager. Our former manager left us for another position. So we are conducting this meeting to conduct interviews and fill the vacancy. So I'm going to just go over a little bit about the background.
You want to do the roll call?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could. Okay. So before we start, I start with the background. I'm just going to do some roll call and take the attendance. Okay. So we have May Lee, and I'm here. Heidi.
I'm here.
Okay, Anisha.
Here.
And Richard.
Here.
Okay, and Herman, are you here? No, he is not. Okay, so this will be a very simple meeting today, and it'll consist of several parts. Before I do that, I just want to give a little bit background about the job. So the position is vacant. And so when it became vacant, we publicized, Susan, the office publicized the job by posting it on the CB3 website. You'll see it's still there. It was also posted on the New York City website. It was posted on local urban planning graduate programs at their schools. Also some planning, professional planning organizations. And then finally on some no-cost job boards such as Indeed.com. Okay, so we received some applications, and the candidates were interviewed by Susan, and I believe also by Jim, who's our former ADM. He's still here at the time. And those that were deemed to be viable move on to the second interview, which is us. Okay, so all of you have received the materials, the information about the candidates. There's a score sheet. There's a list of questions. And each committee member is going to take turns asking one of the questions. Okay, so and you've all already been assigned the questions. So the interview will take place and the subsequent discussion will take place during the executive session because there's a confidential matters being discussed and we're doing job interviews. So at the executive session, we'll interview each candidate. And then, as in any job interview, we'll talk about and discuss it and make some decisions about, whether or not we should make offers and to whom and in what order. Okay, so then after we've done that, we'll come out of the executive session where we will pass a resolution that authorizes the district manager to make an offer. And then and as usual, if, we are turned down by the first one, it's up to her discretion to offer it to the second one or, and third one, whatever. Okay. So that's about it. Does anyone have any questions here?
Yes.
I do too.
Question.
Yes. Yeah, Richard and then Heidi.
Before the meeting began, I thought I heard that there was a representative of the borough president's office with us for this meeting.
Yes.
That is something new. I do not believe that in the prior interviews that has been the case. Has there been a change?
I explained to him that we're going into executive session and he'll leave.
Yes, I won't be on for the executive session.
Okay, thank you.
Heidi?
Yeah, can you clarify, I have two questions. Clarify it says assistant district manager candidate interview form. Are we supposed to fill that out and send that to you?
There's like a scoring sheet?
Yep.
Yeah, so you fill it out and then we'll discuss it during the meeting. So it's basically like a tool for you to, evaluate them. But we'll also talk about it. You can talk about the scores and, and et cetera. And it's not just the score, if you know what I mean.
And Susan, I read the job description, but can you highlight what you see as maybe the top three most important either skills or?
Well,
We'll do that.
We'll do, I was planning to do a little bit of that after we go into executive session.
Okay, I can only stay till 8, and it would be nice to hear that before we actually interview the people. So I know that, I guess we're only asking the questions that are on here. Are we not asking any other questions?
Correct.
Identify those
Yes,
things?
we're only asking the questions that are on there, and as in any job interview, there's a little bit back and forth, and as in any other job interview, we will offer the candidates a question to ask us anything they wish to know.
I'm in a meeting.
Right,
All
but
right, so all that what you had just mentioned, as Susan said, will be discussed during the executive
we can't
session.
know right now what the top 3 things that we should be looking for as we're scoring.
I was going to go, when we go into executive session, I was going to talk about the candidates and those things.
I just don't know if I'll be here for that.
We're going to go into
Well, then
executive
we-
session right now. As soon as we vote, we're going into executive session.
Okay.
Okay,
How
so
do I-
before are there any other questions before?
Yeah, I just have a real quick technical question, which is when you guys come back from executive session, is there like a wait room for this Zoom room, or should I just get a
Yes.
text from someone?
It's the weight room.
Okay, so then when you go into executive session, I'll just be in the weight room.
Well, yeah, you'll
Yeah,
leave.
yes.
Try and leave, and then you come back, and you'll have to be admitted, but which will be in a few hours.
Yes, okay, yep.
Okay. Okay, so before we go into executive session, we need a motion and then a vote to go into the executive session.
Motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Raise your hand, say aye. Okay, I see it's unanimous, none are opposed. Okay, so now we go into executive session.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.
Hi there. So now we are going to vote on a motion. We've made our decision and we will vote on a motion that will, I'll show you the screen, share it and read the motion. Okay, so this is the motion that we are voting on to approve the personnel task force recommendation for the district manager to offer the assistant district manager job position to the first choice candidate, and for the district manager to have discretion in offering it to the second choice candidate should the first choice decline the offer.
So moved.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the motion has passed.
Suppose him just not available.
Okay, supposing number 1 is not available, then
Refuse
question-
or refuse or unavailable.
Declines.
if number 1 that's what the motion says. If number 1 declines, then the district manager is being given the authority to offer it to number 2.
That means you actually have to talk to the person and say that, but suppose the person make themselves unavailable.
What
If
is that?
number 1 is unavailable, then it's number 2. And if number 2
Number
is
one.
unavailable, I guess we're starting over.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that correct, Susan?
Yeah,
Just go ahead.
Okay, great. So we have passed the motion. And is there anything else for us to discuss?
Is it something we have to
No, okay.
notice that we voted on?
Yeah, we already voted on it. So now that the motion has passed, it will be on the vote sheet for the full board meeting.
right. If you email it in the minutes form to Ed tomorrow.
Okay,
And it'll
okay, I will.
draft vote sheet tomorrow at the exec.
Okay, so, okay.
Do you
I'll
want
do that tonight.
May, do you want a motion to adjourn?
Yes, a motion to adjourn, and I'm taking attendance. Okay. Richard,
Yes.
Okay, Anisha,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
okay, May, yes. Heidi is absent. Okay, so we are adjourned.
Good night,
Thank
But
everyone.
you.
Is she absent or you count the vote or because
She left.
She left,
She
so she
left.
is absent for the second one, yes.
so she
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Okay, all right.
Thank
good
you. Good night.